Good evening, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Lakeisha McKnight is here. This is the Revitalize the Total Woman podcast. I'm your host, your senior coach, Lakeisha McKnight. And this particular podcast is being brought to you on behalf of Women of Elevation Career Services International. Many of you may be familiar with this particular podcast. If you're not, you are about to be. All right, you are about to be. So before we even dive into the topic matter at hand tonight, I know I'm going to allow Facebook to gradually inform you that I'm live. I know right now I'm live on my timeline. Hey there, Cheryl. Good evening to you. Right, I'm live on my timeline, and I do want to set and establish a watch party in the community group that this particular organization has established. So we do have a community group for this organization, Women of Elevation. If you are not plugged into this group, I want to invite you to request to join the group because we are empowering women throughout the globe. So not just here in the United States, but also abroad in other countries, simply because this nonprofit organization has a location not just here in Virginia, but we also have a location in Nigeria, Africa. And so our whole purpose, the mission of this particular organization and thus the podcast is to empower women with the tools to be able to create, relate, and elevate. That is really the mission of this nonprofit organization. And so welcome to those of you in the community group on Facebook. You're just coming on. We are here for the Revitalize the Total Woman podcast. This podcast goes live every Tuesday and Wednesday around 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so we're a little bit behind, of course, because I just concluded a meeting with another company of mine, but I wanted to make sure that I still plugged in with you all and gave you some quality content. This is like coaching on the go, right? We're just here for maybe about 7 to 15 minutes maximum, and then we're on it, right? We're going to keep it moving. And so what I want to do, as we've been doing the last couple of weeks here, we've been just focusing in on helping you to create. This is the focus for this 4 months here, January, February, March, and April. We're going to help you to create products, services, and host your own events. So if you have a desire to create, like you have that innovative desire to really create products and services, if it's books, if it's audio programs, whatever it may be, that's what we're going to help you to do over the course of the next couple of weeks here between January and April. Remember, we're also going to have a telesummit coming up in March, and we're going to have a live seminar in Virginia. We're going to have that seminar taking place in April. So we're going to give you more information about that pretty soon. But for tonight, we're going to continue what we did last night. We were focusing in on the mission statement because January, this month, is really all about laying the foundation for an amazing year for those of you who may be in the corporate world or maybe you are entrepreneurs. And so we're talking about the mission statement. And so I want to really focus in on a little bit more about what goes into a mission statement. That's what the focus is. What goes into a mission statement? My question, maybe you didn't catch it last night, right? The first episode for this week. But do you have a personal mission statement and or a business mission statement? Because if you don't, then how do you really know where you're going, right? And how you're getting there? Because that's what a mission statement is going to help you to do. So what goes into a mission statement? Here is the first point, and you might want to get a piece of paper and a pen just in case you want to take some handy dandy notes, okay? So first point, long-term goals. You see, and I might have talked about this last night. While not a vision statement, a mission statement will actually reflect the long-term goals of your company. All right? So that includes what the company stands for, what making it really clear to your partners. And if you have employees, making it clear to your employees. Okay? And even those outside the organization like customers and retailers. You see, you want to summarize your priorities and you want to make sure the statement really reflects the company's culture, even if you just got yourself or a second person, right? Because people need to get a better sense of the culture that you're trying to promote and maintain for your company. So take your time and do not rush the process of doing that. Now, here's the second point. You want to take a look at your values, inspiration, and you want to be as specific as possible. Okay? So, all of these elements need to be relayed in only a couple of sentences, which really provides a picture or illustrates the value of the company, and it really serves as inspiration. Okay? As inspiration. So, what are your values? And we need to get a sense of that, in your mission statement. Here's the third point. You want to ask yourself a couple of questions. And I know I went over this last night, but I'm going to repeat this again. Ask yourself this. What does your team expect from your company? Even if you're in the network marketing space, what does your team expect from your organization? Or, of course, here's another question. Who are your customers or your prospects? Who are they? How can you help them? What values are important to your organization? Do you have a set of beliefs or morals? Do you adhere to any type of ethical standards? What are your founding principles? Right? What do you aspire to? How do you define success? Okay, and what actually makes your company unique? Because we know that there's a lot of companies out there, but what actually makes your company or your organization unique? You have to ask yourself that question. And then also keep in mind, you need to be speaking in present tense. That's another point. You see, remember, your vision statements are about the future. However, your mission statement stays firmly in the present time. It's what you're doing, ing, doing, right? So it tells people who you are and what's important to you right now. Okay, so it tells people who you are and what's important to you right now. So it's important that you be timely and that you explain who you are today and do so clearly. Okay, do so clearly. Here's another point. Besides being, in the present tense, you want to be concise. Be concise. You're not writing a novel, so there's no need for any type of extra, right? It's a short, punchy summary of your company's unique position. That's what that is. So, one or two sentences is the limit. Okay, one or two sentences. Add more than that, and you're going to actually have just a bit too much. So, pare it down until you have the base elements and make sure that it's still memorable and effective. So be concise. Here's another point. Be holistic. Be holistic. You see, the mission statement isn't coming from top C-level executives, but it really reflects everyone in your organization. It's more comprehensive this way, and it really gets buy-in from everybody. So every one of your partners, or if you have employees, each employee is a part of your organization's process, and everyone is invested in its success. Right? It doesn't matter what structure. Again, you can have a network marketing organization. It doesn't matter. All of this is still relevant. And of course, I want you to take note of this point, version 1. Okay, mission statements are not chiseled into stone. So they're really meant to reflect the time and place in which they were created. But times change. So your mission statements should also change, okay? It should be adjusted. Understand that companies or organizations evolve and their mission statements needs to change with them. So keep that in mind also. I am quite sure to be helpful. Now here's what I want to shift and do really quick. I want to give you a couple of examples of some mission statements so that it can really help yourself when it comes to creating one. So here's a couple of common companies, right? Some of you heard of these companies and examples of their mission statements. So number 1, Coca-Cola. Now, although I do not drink their beverages, right? I really don't. Here is their mission statement. To refresh the world, to inspire moments of optimism and happiness, to create value and make a difference. That is Coca-Cola. I mean, think about it. It kind of sucks you in a little bit. Let me repeat that. To refresh the world, to inspire moments of optimism and happiness, and to create value and make a difference. That's powerful. I like it. It's simple and it's refreshing just to hear it. Now, here is Google's mission statement. Listen to Google. Everybody uses Google. Now, let's talk about their mission statement. To organize the world's information. They right on point with that, right? To organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. Powerful. To the point, concise, bam, like that's what it is. Okay? So that's Google. I have a couple of others that I do want to share with you. For example, PayPal. A lot of you still use that merchant. Now, let me share with you what PayPal's mission is. Here's PayPal. To build the web's most convenient, secure, cost-effective payment solutions. That's it. To build the web's most convenient, and it is, secure for the most part, cost-effective payment solutions. Bam. That's it. Now, I enjoy this company. They're very credible. So I'm going to share with you this final mission statement example, and that's from Forbes. Forbes magazine. Many of you know that magazine, Forbes. Let's talk about their mission statement. Powerful. You already know it's powerful. Here it goes. To deliver information on the people, ideas, and technologies changing the world to our community of affluent business decision makers. Let me hold on. I got to repeat that one more time, but this is just too good. Too good. All right? Too good. Here's what it says. To deliver information on the people, ideas, and technologies changing the world to our community of affluent business decision makers. Man, yes. Forbes did that. They did that when it comes to, this their mission statement. And there's so many other examples. And here's what we're going to do. I'm going to actually place these examples of mission statements inside of the community group for Women of Elevation. So we want to encourage you to plug in, okay? We're going to place the vision statement examples as well as the mission statement examples inside of the private group on the Facebook platform. So we want to encourage you to request to join that community group. And so here's how you can get there and request. It's a simple domain, and I'm going to share that with you right now. It's www.woecommunity.com. Again, www.woecommunity.com. Request to join it now, okay? And you're going to get privy to this information and so much more. We have so many great nuggets we want to share. We have some upcoming classes. That's right. Some very, very good courses that we're going to be releasing pretty soon. We have, of course, some membership options we're going to share with you pretty soon as well. So once all this stuff is unveiled, we're going to publicize it. You'll be more than welcome, of course, to learn about it and plug in as needed. So again, I just want to say thank you on behalf of all of our leaders, here in the U.S. and in Nigeria as well. Thank you so very much for tuning in to the Revitalize the Total Woman podcast. And so we're going to be back on next week. Wow. And I believe February is just kind of right here, isn't it? So we're going to be back next week, Tuesday and Wednesday, with more great content. Be sure to visit our website, womenofelevation.com, to stay in the know, to know what we have going on. And so thank you so much, everyone. Be blessed and have a great rest of your week. Take care, everyone.